Okay.
Not quite sure what you were doing there, Tara, but it kept interrupting the music.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to, the bit rate was going down on the thing. So I was trying to get me hardwired in the internet because I was like, and
Ah.
also, fun fact, there are two versions of Two Little Bums in my computer. One that doesn't actually locate to anything. So, like, I'm trying to start the music and it's like, won't start. It must locate. Like, what are you talking about? So, that
Oh, I mean, you moved it.
technology,
You moved it.
yeah. And I had to,
iTunes
last,
does that. If you move something in your computer, iTunes has no idea how to find it now, which always really
yeah.
bothered me.
I'm going to delete this phantom version of it. Delete from library, this bad one. Goodbye. Delete song. Because otherwise I will forget. Welcome to Shush Shush, guys. How are you today? We're great. If you are tuning into Shush Shush Secret Time for the first time, this is a live stream where nothing goes right. And you get to see the real deal of what it's like to be us. Everything goes wrong, and we just figure it out. I am Tara, and that is Natalie. I'm going to change my name in 2 seconds. We like to start this thing with a very professional hello system where you guys say hi in the chat, and Natalie says hi back. I don't know.
The
And we're
hello
a
system.
hello system. This is what we do, guys. So say hi. Now let's say it back. We just like to know who we're chatting with. So guys, go for it. Just gonna scroll back though. Don't worry.
I'm gonna scroll back. I'm gonna start from the top. You don't have to say hello twice. David Faith, hello. Dave, Mighty Guitar Mods, hello, hello, hello. You're right, live chat. I haven't done that yet. David Faith, thank you. Thank you for the assist. Oh, now I have to scroll again. That's fun. Unitless Constance, hello, hello, hello. Shannon West, hi to all the people that always said hi. I'd never amount to anything. Said I would never amount to anything because of my procrastination. You just wait. Can't stay long today. Hi, Shannon. Lito Keaton, good morning to you. AJ Ballman. Nailed it. It appears Judge versus Shohei on the World Series. I know. I almost wore only Dodger gear today.
I'm surprised you did it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, got it.
Jack Boots, howdy, howdy, howdy. Debbie Lerman, hi, hi, hi. Good morning to you as well. Ed Keaton, good morning. The twins are here. Greg Phillips, hello. Had a first stage informal interview today. Ooh, with a
Ah,
local carburetor company. Is that
mhm.
carburetor? Is that carburetor? Don't think that's how I spell that. Skylark, hello. Ben Raythig, celebrating the last week of 42 is almost your oh, that's right. You have a Halloween birthday. Happy early birthday. Corbett Coburn. Hello, hello, hello. David A. Hi. I think I got everybody. We'll see. Whatever. You tell me if I did.
Hello,
Yeah,
hello, welcome, welcome.
I was gonna wear Dodger gear, but my hair's dirty, and then it was gonna be like Dodger, like a sweatshirt and dirty
Uh-huh.
hair, and like, and
Uh-huh.
and then my hair ended up looking better than I thought it would, curled.
Yeah.
So I could have probably gotten away with like just the very low key t-shirt, and
Mhm.
anyway, I gave up. It actually was gonna be more effort to wear Dodger gear today than it was to just throw a shirt on.
It sounds like the easiest way to go about. Like, hey,
No,
Dodger here. Like I
no.
would, but like I don't. Everyone, it's so annoying. Like, at what point do I legally get to join the fandom? Like, I watched the game last night. It was really fun. But the other day, I was like, we had the game on at work, and I was like, "Oh, are we winning?" And my coworker goes, "Are we
You,
winning?" And I'm like,
yeah.
"At what point do I get to join the fandom with
Well,
you?"
you can't jump on this year. You needed to
Yeah,
start
I
establishing
know.
last year after,
I
like,
know.
so,
I mean,
sorry.
I've been like
You have to wait
going.
in line. There's a wait list right now.
That's the problem is like when people act like that, I'm like, fuck it, then I don't want to join your fandom. Like, just let me like gradually get into that. Because I started going to games with you and and like, no, I've never watched the games. I've never had been able to afford to have the games, so I just never watched them.
Mhm.
But I like went to several games earlier this year with
Right.
Jason.
Yeah,
I
but it is
love
just one of
it.
those things like when you've been a fan, like you got to understand when someone's been a fan,
Yeah,
like the Saints were winning right now and you decided you want to be a Saints fan, I go fuck yourself. Like, like
but
because
like,
after going through years and years and years, now the Dodgers are hard because the Dodgers have been good for a long time.
they have
It's just
been,
that
yeah.
last year they were so freaking embarrassing that
Okay,
they ended the year so embarrassing that
yeah.
and this year the postseason this year started off embarrassing again. So there's been, even though it's been easy to be a Dodger fan during the regular season for the last, you know,
Yeah,
20 years,
yeah,
but on and off during the postseason, we have gotten our hearts just fucking
yeah.
crushed. And so like coming in right now would
Right, yeah.
feel
Well,
like
it's not like I'm coming in now with any different level of involvement than I ever have
yeah.
before. I've never been able to afford to go or have the games on at any regularity or have any gear or any of that stuff. So I've just been
See,
like,
see, but
I'm
that you
here.
say things like that, and I'm like, there were the years that we couldn't do it, and we listened to him on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get the radio play of the game on my computer and just kept having so much trouble with it that I like gave up.
That's okay. I mean, I've watched fewer games this season than I have
Yeah,
in years and years because I've just been so busy. But
right. Yeah,
I
I've
didn't
seen
I didn't
more
let
just
that take a
because.
knock on whether or not I was a
Yeah, I've seen more just because now Brian moving in like lowered my, basic whatever. We were like, hey, we can afford, we like looked at the budget, like we can afford to get the live games on. I think we're doing it through YouTube or something. I
yeah,
have no
YouTube
idea.
TV has them all.
Yeah, so we were doing it that way. So I actually get to watch like games live and like talk about the game with him. And also Brandon never cared about baseball, so it was like never had anybody to talk about it with anyways, but it was just kind of lame. I was like, cool, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm walking
I
away.
feel like though, do you remember when we were in our 20s and there was
Mhm.
gatekeepers to being a nerd? You're
Yeah,
like, no,
remember that?
but and you just never, the thing is you don't let them win.
Yeah.
Like they don't get to determine your fandom, so like
Right,
ignore
yeah.
them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's basically what I did. I was like, okay, just walking away because like you're not being fun. Like you should like be excited that somebody else wants to join. Like it's cool, more of us. Like whatever. 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 It's
And
not.
football, I mean, sports fans are very, well, I mean, honestly, like a lot of fandoms are very gatekeepery, but
Yeah.
sports
Well, I
fans,
mean, the ultra of that is also Tiki, like Tiki fandom. Like it's just insane. So, they're all about like, do you know the ultimate Mai Tai recipe? Like, no, I don't care. I just like palm fronds. Leave me alone.
mhm.
Yeah. Anyways, Terra Drain the Phantom is fine with the Quiet Army. Change approved. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Casey Royals and Chief fan since 89, though years since
Tough
being
years since.
oh, tough years since. God, I cannot read by myself. I'm a Cubs fan and the exennial millennial. I'm double apathetic.
Yeah. I've gotten, I mean, I started watching the Dodgers like really when I started dating Justin because he was really into the Dodgers. But
Okay.
I was going to games here and there before, but I wouldn't have considered myself a Dodger fan. But
Mhm.
then, it's one of those things where once you know every player's name on the team, you're like, "Oh, I'm a fan." Like,
Yeah.
like you
Fair.
can't help it. You're like, "Oh, I'm invested in this." I had it with the Lakers for a minute too, even though I
Oh,
hate
right.
the Lakers. But when Justin was really into, the Lakers were doing really well and he was really into it and I was watching every game. And of course I start to like root for the team, but then also and then, you don't even want to be a Lakers fan. I hated the Lakers because I hated my ex-boyfriend. Uh,
Oh, you have personal reasons to dislike the team.
oh, any
Non-sports.
team I dislike, it's almost always because of a human that I dislike.
Hmm.
Like I don't like their team now. So
Yeah, fair. I'm like trying to think if that would ever stop me from liking a thing. No idea. Yeah, I tried like when I first moved to LA, I was like I'm committing to moving to LA. I'm committing to being here. Like I hadn't gone to a baseball game in years because like as a kid I was super into the Stros and it just like dropped off in the like high school age kind of stuff. And then
mhm.
moving here I was like, "Oh, I want to commit to being in Los Angeles. I want to commit to living here for the rest of my, well, not the rest of my life, but for my life, like commit to this. I'm gonna go to baseball games." So David Kwong and I would go to baseball games, and I was like trying to like get involved in the games and like get involved in the sports of it all. And we remember everything I learned as a kid. And then
Mhm.
Brandon popped up, and like he was so apathetic about sports. So it was just like, oh, just it was easy to like not pay
To not,
attention.
yeah, because you have to make effort to
Yeah,
follow sports. Like it's
yeah,
not especially like baseball because it's going on so much. Football, I mean, and yeah,
yeah. You have
and
to
it's always so often so disappointing.
right. Well, in
Like my
football,
Saints
I
came
have
out of
to.
the gate like killing it this year, and now have just like crumbled. Although they are injured from like there's so many injuries, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
I was just
really?
so happy. I was like, Justin, we're going to the World Series, and partly because the last three postseasons have been so embarrassing.
Mhm.
And you would then, as a Dodger fan, have to go around justifying yourself or like
Right.
defending your team for an entire off season. And then they come back and they look great. And they're like, yeah, but they're going to crumble in the off season. And you're like, and it started to look bad against the Padres. And I was like,
I
please,
remember
Lord, just do not let them embarrass me again. Like,
that. Yeah, yeah. It was quite a turnaround. And even in like the when playing the Mets, it was like a little like touch and go. The Mets put up a good fight, it seemed like, as far as I can
they
tell. I mean,
did. But you know
I
what?
don't
It
know.
was one of those once we got past that first hurdle, and I think it's a big mental hurdle. It shifted, and it was like, okay, we can, because the Dodgers are so banged up. We have no starting rotation for the pitchers, and then also even our our team is everybody's banged up at this time of year, but
Right.
like we have so many starting pitchers that are out that it's insane. So you're like, oh, there's no way you can win. You can't compete when you don't have pitching. It was like we're going to rely on just hitting home runs, which is not, that
Right.
just means everybody has to show up. And last postseason, none of last two, our major players didn't show up. Like their bats were just quiet, and so we
Oh.
could not win a game. And so but then once they were able to win without having their, great starting pitching rotation, it went, "Oh, wait, we can do this. This is a possibility." And
Mhm.
of course we just got our hopes up. And now I'm just happy we made it to the World Series because it justifies being a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. Yeah. You're all
I don't
justified.
have to defend them. I don't care if they choke in the World Series. I don't care. They made it.
Um,
Anyway.
oh, it's so funny. Yeah. Well, Brian is. We'll see how they do in the. It's like we're talking about the coach. It's like, are you still mad at the coach? He's like, we'll see how they do in the World Series. Like, honey, they made it to the
See,
World Series.
this is the
Ease
thing
up.
is that I am a diehard defender of Roberts. And I was
Yeah.
at and I have been defending him, and everybody, Dodger fans want to put everything on him. But I was this year going, I'm not going to say, I don't think there's a better coach out there. I think Roberts is the best coach there is in Major League Baseball right now. However, he might not be the right coach for our team because I was at this
Oh.
point, I was like, we need someone who's going to yell and put a fire in the belly of these boys. And they
Mhm.
just don't have it. They were all playing like, like I won't say like schoolboys, but they were, like they were, everyone was a professional and everyone was very, and there's just no fire except for Kike and for Teoscar. And
Right.
so it was one of those where I was like, okay, maybe he will go on and win bazillion World Series for another team that can
Right.
handle not having someone yell at them. But I was like, maybe our team needs someone to yell at them. But
Yeah.
so it was funny so watching Roberts having like the time of his life the last couple of games and going, yeah, he's just looking out at those haters going, wait,
Yeah.
you wanted to fire me?
It's just
You wanted to
what
fire me?
we were watching
A
the
little louder in the back? No,
we were watching like the after game. Oh, Greg Phillips, thank you. I need to go eat, but get yourself a drink on me as I was my birthday yesterday.
happy
53.
birthday.
Happy birthday. You should get a drink. We should be giving you 15 pounds to buy a drink. Like this is the reverse of how this should be going. Um, and they need a system where you can do that via the chat. Like I can send you money via chat. Which also, David Faith, I need to send you money back. You give us way too much money for the postage thing. We'll chat about it offline. Anyway, but don't ever forget. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of
You were
thought.
watching the post game coverage.
Oh, I was watching the post game coverage and like I was like noticing all the TVs wrapped and all the cameras. I was like, oh, that's adorable. They have lost televisions in the past due to this. Like, and obviously you watch it and like they're all going nuts.
Well, they're going,
Justified. So.
yeah, they're going
Yeah,
crazy.
they went crazy, but like as they're like giving the speeches before they're doing, and I see the champagne bottles, it's like, oh, they've lost TVs in the past. Like this is a thing. Like every TV is like fully wrapped. So
I
at
didn't
this
get to
point,
see Kirsten is our reporter now,
uh,
but that when Alana Rizzo was our reporter, she's now does national stuff. But when she was our interviewer, they would just drench her. Like it was, and there's another guy, is it Visay? I think it's David Visay, who nobody likes, but everybody loves at the same time. And he will just like, they'll just walk around. They're not even pouring it on each other now. They're just walking up and dumping bottles of beer on the guy trying to interview. And like,
oh,
yeah, it's kind of funny.
that's adorable. I just noticed in the background, I got my laundry right here. I got all of Brian's live streaming gear right here. Like I did not clean. I woke up so late today.
Get some wax paper.
Oh, actually,
I
I
made
woke up.
I made some cookie
Oh,
cutter
Candle
sandwiches for
Corner.
the first time. I don't know.
Candle
The
Corner.
plan, the plan is this one's done. The plan is to like put them on Christmas plates and sell them like that, like a bunch of tea lights.
Is
Like
it without the
like
oh, so you took the you used the
use the cookie
candle, the
cutters and you
cookie
pop
cutter
them,
as a mold. Oh,
and
I
then you pop them out.
love it.
However, it's messy,
Okay.
but it's fine. Like what
I
you do
wonder
is like you pour just a little bit in the bottom and then you push the thing down and so like it creates a little seal, then you put the wick down and then you pour the rest of it on there. But it doesn't create a seal. It never works and there's just wax flowing everywhere. And then you have to wait a second and like,
yeah.
sometimes melt down that wax again that's now dried because
Ah.
you don't have enough.
Did you get to sell candles this weekend with the filming stuff you
No,
were
but
doing?
I paid to be there because I forgot to cancel it.
Oh no. Yeah, I was like confused. I was like looking at and I have access to her calendar this month because her schedule's crazy. But I just like go look. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna text her today. She's busy, whatever. But yeah.
I was filming getting my butt kicked by my abusive husband um,
In the
in the
old
wild, wild west in our saloon. It was a short film I was filming. So I left that though, and they'd given me like an old shiner. It was like, it was like like a yellowish one that was supposed to be like an
oh,
older. And
yeah.
I left because I got cut. Like they got through my stuff. I had like two scenes. It wasn't a lot of stuff, but I left. And there were garage sales everywhere. So I stopped at a thrift store and I stopped at a garage
Nice.
sale. And I was like, oh, yeah, not a real shiner. Like, just like, oh, yeah, that's not real. Like, it's not real.
I hate when I do that. I like leave a shoot with the makeup still on, or just as bad, I fully wipe my face down and then go run errands. And like, there's something about post-filming makeup that like you look worse than if you just woke up and didn't put any makeup on at all. Like, there's just something like your skin
Yeah.
is so like every bit of like speckling that I have just is
Oh, yeah.
super apparent after
It's rough.
filming. Yeah, I don't know if it's just my brain or what. Yeah. Oh man, so I've got turned on like the whole Lego thing. We're escalating here. It's a problem. But I got turned on the idea of going to garage sales and the Goodwill looking for sets. Like I never even thought about it before, but people like just throwing their old sets away.
Yeah.
And like Ziplocs, you can like find old school sets by like opening up a Ziploc and sorting it through. There's a guy on Instagram that like will look at the pieces and tell you what it's from. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
that's so fun. Yeah. So now I'm like, now when you and I go Goodwilling together, I'm gonna go straight to the toys and go look at the
You
Legos
should
before I
go to
help
the
you
one
buy.
that's that big one that only takes cash.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
thinking that's a good one for that. Like, I bet you they get some.
North Value Center or something like Value. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, this is definitely the algorithm feeding me information because I'm looking at Lego stuff. I was trying to keep it off my main accounts. But anyways, like that I saw this thing that like if you this is all subjective nonsense, but like if you had bought a set in 1989 and didn't open the box and resold it now, that the return on investment, depending on the set, of course, but the return on investment could be better than even the stocks. Like even some
Well,
invested
yeah,
in
that's
stock
that's the same
bond.
thing's true of what were they? The little plushy dolls that everyone had.
Oh, the
They had the little heart shaped.
yeah,
That's all
hold
I
on.
remember. I don't know what
It's
they're called.
well, that's my fear of becoming a person that like collects the sets to resell later because those at the moment don't have like any. This is
Well,
one that's
it's the same thing though. It's like one in every, one
right.
kind because then those all got same thing with Barbie dolls. Same thing with,
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, everyone
yeah,
wants peaches and cream because there's none on the market anymore. But
right, yeah. Yeah, but apparently Lego's got like the highest because I was looking at the Brickable. There's this website that tells you like the value of sets later, and like Legos have got like the higher percentile of like all of these sets are
they're
actually
so
like,
popular
accurate.
right now. Like it's at like its
That's the
height.
thing. I think it's just going through a zenith right now where it's
Yeah.
popular and it's going to do the same thing that all of this stuff does.
What
But
were
it's
those called?
fun.
Those stupid plushies.
I want to say Giga Babies, and that's not it.
No, but there were
I'm combining two
gigas,
words. Giga Giga Pets is one thing.
something else. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm putting babies on the end of it. It's not it, but babies is in
I
it.
want to say it has a P.
It's Ty is the brand. TY
Hi, the little heart thing. Yeah.
is the
Come on,
brand.
someone else help us out here.
Some
Beanie
Beanie
Babies.
Babies. See, I knew babies was in the title, but I
Yeah.
could not. I love the image of the couple that's getting a divorce and dividing out their Beanie Baby collection.
Mm-hmm. See,
Like,
Cabbage Patch Dolls went through it too. There
yeah,
was a time. It's just that
absolutely. Yeah,
time has
it's sort of
passed.
yeah, Legos are in some weird zenith right now where like the original Harry Potter Hagrid hut that was like $20 when you bought it, as inflation, blah blah blah. Like it's now worth like $500 just because
Well,
it's
I
great
would
so
say though
popular.
that like that is, um, I think Legos in general are probably at their like they've oversaturated the market with the movies and the Legoland
Probably.
and the la
Yeah.
la la. Like it
Yeah,
is one of those that
probably.
it's gonna have to come.
Whoever's.
It's reached its
Yeah.
sell now is what I'm saying.
Yeah, sell. If you have a set, sell it now or wait another 20 to 30 years. Like that's where this is going. I want the Treehouse Lego set and the mini light add-on. The Lego movies are a major part of it. Yeah, the Lego movies, I'm sure is part of it. I just like them because it's hearkening to a time that I enjoyed them as a child. It was how I felt not lonely, was playing with Legos. Anyways,
Yeah, I
uh,
mean, Deborah got into Legos a little bit, but it was never sets. It
okay.
was always just had Legos and
Yeah.
made Lego things.
Mm.
We never bought sets.
Yeah. I did the Lego like making stuff, just random stuff with Legos. My brain just isn't as good at like creating. I love following the
Hmm.
instructions and stuff. It's just like doing a puzzle. It's very soothing to me to
Hi,
like
Shannon.
and fun. And then within my interests. It's a silly thing as an adult, but I saw a video this morning that the more bills I pay for myself, the less people get to tell me what to do with my adult monies. Maybe it's dumb, but it's what I'm doing with my adult monies.
True. It's true.
Bye, Shannon. Let's see if there's anything else we missed. Would you like to come down there and break the varmint's legs for them?
That's what I was
Oh,
telling Justin about it, and Justin was like, not even like happy with me explaining that someone was fake hitting me. Like
yeah.
he was just watched him just uncomfortable with the entire conversation.
Oh, that's very sweet. That's sweet. This weekend I went to I tagged along with Brian up to Alameda. So it's the first time I've ever gotten even near San Francisco. and I tagged along to his a rum stroll, which wound up being like I almost texted him. I was like, I'm literally at the closest thing that a rum festival and a film festival and a rum festival actually have. Like, because like it was
Yeah.
normally rum events. Like the one I went down in San Diego was Tiki Oasis, and it was just a big rum event, like a con. That was more like a Comic Con. This is way more like a film festival. Like you were going to different venues and like they were trying rums at different venues.
Oh, interesting.
It was really cute. Like you walked up the main street of Alameda, which I never would have done if it weren't for the rum thing. And like every booth had a snack. So I was so freaking happy. I had a snack like I
It's like
had
you're at Costco.
I was so happy. Like I was like I tag along these rum things. I can talk the shop, and and I'm mostly there to help Brian by filming and just being supportive and stuff like that. But there's not normally anything for me because I'm like yeah, rum, yeah, you guys enjoy. I'll drive us home later, whatever.
Yeah.
When like every booth had a snack, I was so happy. And then we got to go into like all the little stores and all the it was super cute.
And actually, it's better that you're not having the rum though, because that's how it would always get you. When we would go to Rose Bowl, and Justin and I would start having sangria at like 9 a.m. And that's how you buy an anvil.
That's
That's how you end up with an anvil.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's so funny. I forgot about you guys getting a little snissy
We just
sneaky.
get tipsier and tipsier and just come home with, look at this picture I bought and this anvil.
It's so true.
I
Oh
bought
God.
a bar.
We come home like somehow we bought a bar. Yeah, it definitely works that I'm sober. He doesn't even drink that much anyways. He likes rum, loves rum. Sorry, loves rum. He turned on his ADHD superpower about rum, but he doesn't really drink it. Like he'll like have a couple sips and he's like moved on to whatever else is distracting him at the moment. Rum, make America great again. Yeah, that's Brian's thing. But it was really fun. In the middle of it, I'm like, I'm literally at the film festival of rum right now. Like this feels so much like a film festival, like walking around and going to each venue and like trying the different rum and the snack and like chatting with the rum makers about the rum. Da, 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 da. I was like, this is the weird crossover of worlds right here. Because normally it doesn't feel that way. Normally it's more like, booths and
Yeah.
tiki, or a tiki bar, and it's all tiki. Though I did get in trouble. I didn't get in trouble. I was at a tiki bar, loudly telling my story. I was at Jack and Coke volume, but without any Jack and Coke, and I'm like banging the table telling my story. And the woman behind us like glares at us. I'm like, Madam, you're in a tiki bar. Like, what do you think is happening in a tiki bar? It is
Tiki bar
loud.
is not Jack and Coke bar.
Well,
Tara.
like it was loud. It was so loud in this bar. Like everyone's rowdy. And there's like they're piping in loud music and and like this woman like to the waiter is like it's really loud in here and I'm like lady
Oh,
you're in
no.
a they're about to do Toro in a minute, like you order a
Yeah.
specific drink and everyone in the place screams like you're in a tiki bar, woman, like I'm
Yeah.
the least of your troubles. You better hope no one orders the volcano next because that's a whole thing. It was hilarious. I had a blast though. It was fun. My kids would ask me if we were going to Costco for lunch. Yes, I
That'd
love
work for
it.
me. It's like a buffet.
Yeah, I'm glad they're back to doing it. They stopped doing it during the pandemic and they finally started doing the samples again. I'm very happy. And I go nearly often enough for lunch.
There was something that popped up that there's a new flavor. Oh, at Costco, and I almost think you should go, Tara.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's worth the trip though.
I gotta go on Monday anyways. Yeah.
Okay,
What is it?
Costco is carrying Lay's turkey dinner chips.
Okay, I'm on it.
I think it's yeah. So it's their flavor. A turkey dinner is the flavor of chip.
Okay.
Or Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving feast, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Chip your job
No, it is. I got it. I will
in
put,
your camp. I don't
love
have
you.
Costco.
Yeah, I will put it on my my
My
Costco shopping list.
so my little town that does not have a Costco.
Little
Closest Costco
town.
is in St. George, as is most things though. Like you need to go to St. George to get to a Target. You need to go to St. George to get, and St. George is a 45-minute drive at 80 miles an hour. So it is not close. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh, here they are closing down because Joann's are going closing down and they're going online. So it will
Oh,
just be my Smiths and my Walmart in town.
they're
Like I'm like,
closing Joann's to only go online?
that's what I heard. I haven't seen it
Oh,
in store, but I have heard that from many a person, and it makes sense because
yeah.
although I feel like it doesn't to me. Like to me, that one doesn't make sense. Like crafting things are
Yeah.
things that you need the day of.
Right.
Like you're like, oh no, I need scissors. Also, there's
Yeah.
things that you need to see in person, like
Right.
fabric. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't imagine buying fabric online.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I
And
need
also
to
like,
I need to see what this looks like this, not
mhm.
just like this on a screen, you know? Like what does this look like when I look at this pattern? That's a problem I'm having right now. I'm looking for something and everything I'm finding the pattern's too small or
Mhm.
detail like and so it's like once I put it out like this, I'm like that's too much of whatever that is. I don't need that many chickens. I want 3 chickens in that space, like not 27 chickens in that space.
Right.
Like, too many chickens.
Well, also like when it comes to crafting stores, like I will probably spend much more money if I
Mhm.
go than if I'm shopping online. Like if I go, you're gonna get me with like at least one home core decor item. You're
Yeah.
gonna get me on one craft. I think I'm gonna start, but I'm never gonna. It's just gonna
Although
start.
I will say Joann's home decor was obscenely priced in the last couple times I've been. Michael's
Overpriced?
isn't bad, but Joann's home decor, like if you go in there, I was like,
Yeah.
because I was trying to decorate the booth and I was like, oh, what if I, and I'm like, this is starting at, it's half off.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is half off, but it started at $50. Like I'm not spending $25 on this like little ceramic frog. I
Oh,
don't know what their price point was, but it
that's
wasn't. Michael's was okay.
yeah.
Last time I remember, like you still wanted to get it on clearance because it was too expensive in
Hmm.
general. But Joann's stuff, I was like, this is
Weird.
so overpriced for your little lawn ornament
Yeah.
that it started at 50, like
Yeah.
for your little fucking gnome.
Yeah. I mean,
Get out of here with that.
this isn't oranges to oranges, but Walgreens. I like passed through a Walgreens yesterday, and like we were buying like normal allergy junk, and like I was like, I'm gonna go through the Halloween section and see what's going on because I'm is there something cheap for Halloween I can decorate my house with? And I was looking at the stuff that's on clearance, like the word was clearance, and
Yeah,
it was like $5 off of a $25 item. I was like, I'm not buying this for $25. Like,
yeah.
and this your clearance price is not a clearance. I'm gonna wait till after Halloween, like I always do, but still, like, what the?
I have the
Huh.
same thing when I'm at a thrift store and something is like, so Goodwill was different because Goodwill was just, I mean, you're in LA. Well, no,
Yeah,
Goodwill in LA was different to me because, and it was overpriced,
yeah,
but I understood like that space costs so much that, the overhead for running
yeah.
something there is so different than, although you're getting everything for free. But
Right.
as opposed to when I go into I have like different levels of what price point should be on things. Like there's garage sale level pricing, there's store level pricing, there's vintage store level, antique store,
Right.
and depending on the location. But like Goodwill in LA, I'm like I'm not spending $5.99 on that mug,
Yeah.
unless I really, really, really want that mug. It's not happening. But
Mhm.
I went to a garage sale and I bought a little dress from this woman. This is one of the ones where I had the shiner on my, but I already had it in my hand. This is how they got me. But she wanted $8 for it. And I was like, that's not garage sale. I just picked this up off the ground prices.
Oh,
Like
$2.
it's, and I was like, five would have been,
Right.
and she's whatever. I mean, it was a nice little, it's a jumper that's fall jumper. But I wanted it at that point in time. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I'm going to be $8. Now my garage sale, like I was like looking at this thing and I'm like, I just had this garage sale where I did have items that were
Yeah.
$20 in the back that I wasn't willing to part with unless they were $20. But
Right.
I had a giant dollar pile. I had most of my clothes were $5, but I'm like, and I'm buying this jumper for
Well, and your stuff was like actually no, you hold on a second. I'm having all kinds of weird pop-ups. Your stuff was actually like really good quality stuff, and also you're in LA, so you get to
right.
charge
It was, yeah,
that.
I was doing LA prices. This was hurricane prices. Should not be $8.
Should not be eight
I bought
dollars.
it. I bought it, but I was like, and then I went to a thrift store and I had the same thing. I was like, I'm not giving you $10 for this skirt. I'm not doing it. I'm just like on the principle of it.
On the principle. Hey, Toby, welcome to the party. Tim Carter says, my daughter has 20 or 30-gallon tub full of Legos, and another one full of those knockoff ones. Not sure how those giant one how many of those giant ones. Oh, that's fun. I've seen people who like who will take your Legos, like your bulk Legos like that. Their service they offer for Mondays is cleaning them. I'm like, are there enough people out there wanting their Legos cleaned that's wild to me. Like they walk,
I
oh,
don't know. If I had an 8-year-old,
I'm guessing. I'm
I would be like,
guessing.
look, these are gross.
I get,
Just
yeah.
keep, just clean them.
There's a Lego on the floor here, and I'm like, that's right, the most evil toy ever invented was the Lego. And I like picked it up so that Brian wouldn't step on it and rabble about
Mm,
it. Like, oh no, I better keep my Legos off the floor. They're so dangerous.
you're responsible. Why don't you put some roller skates on the top stair?
Right? Tim also saw the chips you're talking about at Costco. So yeah, they're on the list of whether or not oh my God. There's so many. Oh, I didn't tell you this. You weren't here. I filmed making pumpkin tacos and I actually started editing it and I hated everything about it. I was like, I'm not launching this. Like I hate the shirt I wear. I hate the angle it's at. I hate the way the tacos look when I was done. I was like, nope, not doing it. Delete. Just delete.
You shouldn't have deleted it though, because that's often where you come back like a week later and you're
Yeah,
like, I don't know why this was bothering me.
I know.
Like I
I
do that all
probably
the time with stuff. I'm like, oh, I hate it. And then you go,
yeah. There were just so many things about this, like and
no.
especially is if the tacos didn't look as bad as they did, because I was really rushing it, trying to get it done, and the taco they just didn't look very good. Like the shot of me holding it up, they're all like all over the place because like they slid around the plate. I was like, no, if that shot had been different, I would have kept
You're
going.
like, then I might have continued,
I might
but
have
no.
continued. I might redo it though, not as like first try, but just like you got it because they are very good.
Did
I
you
think they're
do
very
the
good.
chips and do the chips instead then?
Oh,
Do
that's a
make
good
nachos
idea.
out of them. Chips and
Yeah,
dip.
yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'll do the nacho version instead. But and that was and that was the downfall of me editing TikToks last week. I was like, I'm not playing anymore with you, TikTok. I'm done. I was so mad.
I just my life has been just insane
Yeah.
since I mean,
Well, you have a good excuse. Mine's just being a brat.
well, no, and in between I'm being a brat. Like I've
Okay.
had 2 days off in the last
Yeah.
it's not a
That's
lot of
okay.
time, but that time I have on each day gotten like because life is not doing what I want life to do.
Yeah.
Also, guys, it snowed.
I would say it also snowed. And so whatever else is going on, it snowed. You posted, I
You
hate it.
poor, poor thing.
You posted on your
No, I mean, I
Facebook
have
a
had
bit and I
just
don't
like,
like
yeah,
it.
film 2 projects. I've got 3 coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on one of them. But that takes time. It doesn't take any
Yeah.
mental effort. But then, family emergency thing that happened, and that was a entire day, but also an entire drag out of emotional
Right. Yeah. The emotion.
25-year reunion. So I was in Vegas and I thought that was going to be I thought things were going to get easier after that day, but then things got harder after that day. and then, and then it snowed. And then there was something else. Oh, and then just other random BS around this house and stuff like that. My house is absolutely trashed. Like,
Oh, you
but I
too?
also haven't been doing anything. Like I
Yeah.
finally yesterday started making more candles
Oh, okay. Okay.
because I really need to make, I mean, I made the cookie cutter ones
Mm.
because they're supposed to take 2 weeks to cure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I also need to test one, and so I need to let it sit for 2 weeks, test one before I make any more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
No. You.
Friday I had off and I did fuck all. Like I
Yeah.
was like, not moving, depressed. It was snowing
Yeah. It
also.
snowed. Yeah. I think like well like so in my mind like you get to be a brat on your days off because you have so much going on. And then I like after I'm like, why am I being a brat? Like, Tara, you're having a hangover from the last 4 years of life just being crazy, and life just finally really started to calm down. You get to kind of be a brat sometimes. Like, you're finally like I'm realizing like, oh, things are kind of aside from this house being a disaster, which is making me panicky. I'm reaching the end of my ability to let my brain be in this place. Like, you know how my brain is. I can't after a while have
Mhm.
chaos. But anyways, it's like you are having a hangover from just things being kind of insane. Like you get to be a brat. So I've been a brat for a week, basically, and
Yeah.
not editing. Grab
Yeah.
Justin and move to Dubuque. That's Ben's answer. Move to Dubuque, where it snows more. What?
Yeah. No, so Shari comes up like so Friday. So Thursday night we had like an incredible lightning storm. It was I didn't actually get to see it. I saw videos and pictures of it. I was inside at a bar watching the Dodgers with a new friend that I made on set. Um he was staying up here. He actually lives up north. And so he was staying down here and I was like, "Oh, we'll go grab a drink," you know. So we were at a bar and then it just starts power's going on and off. It's raining, then it's hailing. Finally breaks up. I go home and then in the middle of the night, hails really hard, keeps you awake all night, and then you wake up to a winter wonderland, which is all melted off, and it's like 74 outside now.
Okay. Yeah.
But you wake up to the winter wonderland anyway, and so I'm upstairs wrapped in a blanket, and I'm all pissy about other shit too, and Shari comes up, she's like, "I think this really gets to your soul." It's like it does. I don't like being cold and I'm not happy about it. I didn't leave the house that day. Like, not that I really could have. Like, I was supposed to go to a film festival and I just skipped it. I was like, I'm not shoveling the driveway.
No, no. You have snow. In my opinion, you had snow. You get to not. You get to double
That's why,
down.
yeah, I sent you the picture. I'm like, oh, it snowed today.
Yeah. You get to double down on cranky. Wait, you sent me a picture?
I said, yeah, I said something about it's winter here.
Did you?
Yeah, and you replied.
Did I? Oh my God.
You said, way to be dramatic, Utah.
Oh, I did say that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did say it. I can't remember when I've seen things on Facebook and when I've seen things like you text it to me. Because like
Yeah.
you posted that picture of your modeling days and I would have sworn that you had texted me to that. I picked up my phone to respond to you. Like I saw it and then like an hour later I was like, okay, I need to respond. I was like, add a thing. And I was like picking up my phone to respond to your text. I'm like, oh, she didn't text
She didn't
that.
send that to me.
Like I was so confused. Like, why can't I keep? And then I saw it later on Facebook. I was like, what is wrong with
Yeah.
you? What
Yeah,
is wrong with you?
that popped up. I'm not even sure that's actually 16. It says 16 years ago. I'm like, I think that's longer than that.
Yeah,
It
I
could
don't.
be 16 years ago because I was still doing some of that. That was from the makeup designery, and I was still doing some of that when Justin and I first met. But like
Oh,
at the
okay.
I like that was towards the very end of doing that. So it's
Yeah.
possible. It might just be when I posted it.
You guys started dating in 2007?
I don't know what the math is on it. We're gonna be at 16 or 17 years. I think we're
Okay.
at
I was trying to do the math in my head from like when you and I met, when I moved here, how long you guys had been together. I couldn't remember. Like, I was like, it's been so long, I've lost track of when things have started at this point.
I
How
think we're
was the
at
cat?
16 years this year, but it might be 17 years this year. Hold on. It might be in my calendar. I'll
Yeah.
tell you right now.
I can only keep, I can't keep up track of things.
16 years in December.
16 years in December. I
Yeah.
was like trying to do the math on like when I moved here and like when my 20-year anniversary is gonna be. And like when I started Idol. I think that's where it started. Someone asked me how long I've been at Idol. I was like, I've been in there almost 10 years, which is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
I don't buy clothes unless it's an ugly Hawaiian shirt at Goodwill or Value Village or even Sally Ann. It's cheaper to buy jeans or t-shirts at Walmart. I hear you, Tim. We're looking for like cool, like if I got to just wear a t-shirt every day, like just a plain white t-shirt, I'm with you. 1000% with you. But I'm
Okay,
looking for a design.
so Halloween. Are
Yeah.
you
Oh,
are you doing a costume or are you?
I have three.
Yeah.
This
I
is the
don't have
bomb.
anything. I'm actually working the 2 nights. I'm filming overnights the 2 nights before. So I
Okay.
probably won't want to do anything. Justin and I were talking about doing Fifth Element this year. Get his head
Yes.
shaved. And then I
Yes.
was gonna do the gold with the orange suspenders, but I have to
Yeah.
make it. And I have not started. But then I came up with this idea and I want to do it even more. I want to go as
Okay.
Limu, Emu, and Doug.
Limu, Emu, and what is
It's
that?
it's a commercial for Progressive Auto and I don't know, one of the auto things. You don't watch TV, so
Oh,
you don't know. But I
that's
would be
right.
an
I've seen
emu.
it. Yeah, I've seen this. I've like seen it once. Not enough to go, oh, you're a Limo and Emu. Oh, no, but
I think
enough
you
to be
would get it
talking
with
about,
like the yellow t-shirts and the badges and the
yeah.
emu and the human. Like
And then I would get it. I would get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I was like, I feel like I could make an emu costume. Like all you need is like detach it here with a boa from here to like your waist, where all black here, so this part disappears or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh
Or
my
just really
God.
long legs that go up to here.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think you could do it easily, but I also have not started on anything.
Liberty,
Probably.
Liberty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Liberty.
5 minutes till joke corner. Bonus points for jokes about snow, even though it's not funny. 5 minutes to joke corner. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Halloween. I'm doing. We're throwing a housewarming Halloween thing here. Like we didn't throw a housewarming party, so we're dressing up just as generic 1920s devils, like just Bart. I don't know. So I'm wearing a flapper dress I already own and putting some horns on and putting a wig on. Very excited. And I was like, how can I wear costumes and not spend any money? And I bought a pair of gloves,
I bought a pair of gloves.
and then for Idle Hour, they're doing like 3 different Halloween parties, one on Halloween and then Friday and Saturday afterwards. So
Hmm.
the Friday night's theme is horror movies. And so I'm like racking my brain, like, what am I gonna dress up as? And then I realized like, oh, Alien is actually a horror movie, and I already
Yeah.
own that flight suit. So I just bought myself an orange cat to sit on my shoulder. So I'm gonna be Ripley
Yeah.
and then curl my hair that way that
Hmm.
I curl my hair, which is like a 3 hour commitment, but whatever. I love doing it. And then the next day is heroes versus villains. And so I'm just wearing my Catwoman costume. Like I'm not gonna spend I've spent like $20 on Halloween
Right.
costumes this year. I'm like so grateful. Amazing. And my subplot theme to my costumes at work, which is appropriate, is all cats. So everything I'm doing is cat related.
Oh, there you
And
go. That's fun.
amazing. 'Cause I constantly meow at work, and I've got everyone else meowing at work now. Yeah, I go meow or whatever else they meow at people, and now people meow back, and every person has a different meow back at me, so everyone knows me as the Catwoman at work. Like it's just a weird, quirky thing that started. Yeah, everyone has a different meow. It's really funny. I'm like, oh, I like your meow. Like someone goes meow.
Oh no.
Oh my God, the guys do it. It's hilarious. Like it's so the only one who doesn't really do it is my bar manager, and he goes woof because he's just being obstinate and
I
clumsy.
don't think I would participate at all. I think that's
Of
one
course
of
you
the ones
would.
I would have to go. I
Of
wouldn't
course you
even
would.
like,
No, of course you wouldn't.
I would
Everyone
be like,
else,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah. I come up and people just meow, and I've now started meowing back at me. It's really kind of funny, and everyone's got a different little version of the meow. All the bars are graciously throwing costume parties for my birthday. Well, that's very nice. I'm glad they're celebrating you, Ben. I just found out one of our reps went somewhere as a flamingo. Still
See,
trying to
that's the
figure
thing.
that out.
There are already like flamingo or swan costumes, and I feel like I just take one of those and turn it into the emu.
Yeah, it's doable. It's
Easy
easy to do.
peasy, guys. And then
Yeah,
you just do the beak, do the sunglasses, get the
yeah,
chain around the neck, and then Justin just has to. We all just need yellow shirts. That's it.
yeah.
Like it's
Done.
like easy peasy.
Easy. Easy. Yeah, Devils was my bright idea because our co-host, some friends of Brian's kind of hopped on as co-hosts, and they're going to be dressing as bats. And I'm like, that's really cute, like these little cute 1920s looking bats. I was like, that's
Oh, cute.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like looking at, she's like showing me her vintage bat costume ideas, and they're gonna make wings and stuff. I was like, well, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't know. And like Brian's like, he's gonna bartend, so like he's like, I don't want to wear anything too complicated because I gotta make drinks. Like, oh, okay, so just get to your red shirt and call it a day. And make
I've
them,
made some mistakes on Halloween where I've had to bartend and my costumes were way too like in the way, wings bouncing off of
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
homemade wings that like were
yeah. I already
just catching
know.
on everything.
I already know Catwoman's gonna be a huge mistake. I'm gonna bring it and I'm gonna set the bar up and then
Hmm.
change into Catwoman because like there's no like it's like from my memory it's flexible, but I'm like no no. I think I'm gonna be hot. I think it's not gonna whatever
I
is
was
going
like, you
on.
could bring like a pencil skirt and a blouse and glasses as
Yeah,
well. And so if you
yeah.
ever get too tired of it, just go and switch into her as a regular person. Yeah,
Like
and do
glasses on. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
absolutely. Like no,
You're like,
I'm
nope,
over it. I'm back to being Sabrina Kyle. I'm done with it.
exactly.
I'm done with. I love that costume though. I'm hoping I don't ruin it. Also, I was looking at my Harley Quinn outfit is so ruined from bartending in it. Like the
Hmm.
fabric is all. I got bitters all over it or something. It's
You
ruined.
should get out that costume now and put it on because that pleather stuff sometimes just gives up on life.
Yeah, that's true. I'll put it
So
on.
just because that's the number of times that I've put on something like that, and then as I'm out, it just is falling apart. And I'm like, well, I wish I would have known.
Yeah,
Like,
I think a Baku costume. I think I'm gonna grab a blonde wig. I'm
yeah,
gonna grab. I'm gonna go to the surgery this Wednesday and grab everything. But yeah, that's a good call. I'll put it on.
Yeah, just like
Honestly,
that's one of those. I've done it before where I'm like, oh yeah, I've got those boots, and then I pull them out, and it's just like black snow. Like you're
yeah.
like, okay, don't have those boots.
It happened to me at a film festival in Bozeman. I had brought my Target purse along
Yep.
and it like, exploded, and that's why I ended up with this really expensive leather purse. Because I
Yeah.
didn't have a purse, I had nothing to put my stuff in. All right, guys, let's do some joke corner. Joke corner, you guys go get jokes from the internet, come back, and I read them to Natalie, and Natalie finds them hilarious. Bonus points for snow jokes, even though those are probably her least favorite jokes, because she's not going to find them funny at all.
Too soon. Too soon.
Or joke real big in all caps so that I see it, otherwise I will not catch it. Go back to the rum party and Tara and Natalie can be the female versions of Captain Jack Sparrow and walk around with rum bottles and drink from them. Thanks, AJ. That's a fun. Yeah, we
I'd
would.
do it. I'd do it.
We had some rum crossover episode ideas in
Yeah,
our.
my fallback will just be a pirate.
Yeah, it's easy. It's fun. Everyone likes a pirate. All right, David Faith. Joke. Wanted someone to brush their teeth with me because 9 out of 10 dentists say brushing alone won't help tooth decay. No
Oh,
weirdos.
that's cute.
Funny. There's a new superhero in town, Typo Man. He goes about righting wrongs. And writing is spelled with a W.
Like it.
Studies have shown the reason you may be awake right now is because you're not asleep. Studies are accurate. Derek Ward, everyone I meet is judgmental. I can tell just by looking at them. Yes, you are right. You are 100% right. David, there's a new shop in town called Moderation. They have everything in there.
I like it.
David, I stubbed my toe and got scolded by my parents for yelling, "What the duck?" They were angry that I used foul language.
Silly.
Silly. If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring?
Pilgrims.
Smallpox.
Pilgrims.
Also, I was on a date Saturday and it was going well. She felt comfortable enough to ask boxers or briefs. I replied, depends. She immediately left. That was Tim Carter.
It's a
All
weird
right.
date.
Did you know that the average dwarf in Middle Earth is 3 feet tall? It's a little known fact. David, hi, I'm Buzz Aldrin, second person to step on the moon. Kneel before me.
Stupid.
The wife and I are going to a Jamaican party. She told me she wants her hair braided. I'm dreading it. Got a universal remote for my birthday. This changes everything.
Changes everything.
I jumped and then went too far back. Me, Alexa, check my bank balance and let me know what Apple product I can afford. Alexa, juice. And my Alexa in the other room is talking at me now. Alexa,
Now she's like juice.
never mind.
Your Alexa was like, what are we talking about? Juice.
Juice. I was watching a show called 10 Ways to Avoid a Shark Attack. Surprisingly, stay out of the water didn't make the list.
Just don't go in the water.
Right there. Before my surgery, my anesthesiast offered to knock me out with gas or a boat paddle. It was an either or situation.
Look, I can give you some gas, or I can just hit you really hard with this thing.
Someone found a mouse in the bottom of their McDonald's coffee. Turns out someone tried to slip them a Mickey.
It's just confusing.
I've just heard that vandals have stolen the F from the funfair sign in our town. Now it's just unfair.
I was like, which F?
Which F? Yeah, that's true. It's unair.
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 Yes, R. No air.
Joke. Snow equals shit no one wants. SNOW. Shit. No, what? Yeah, yeah. You're doing calculations. I wasn't sure if you got there.
Yeah.
I actually ate some of my cat's medication this morning. Don't ask me, meow.
Stupid.
Someone advertised Halloweens. I just see a large room with a bunch of miniature dachshunds. Oh. Halloweens.
What? Halloweenies?
Yeah, the hollow parts. Halloweens? Yeah, I'm having the hollow parts throwing me. Like, are they hollowed out? Horrifying.
Halloweenies.
Halloween.
So it's a tiny hall. It's just a hall with lots of
A
weenies in it.
hall with a bunch of weenie dogs in it.
But why are they tiny?
They're miniature versions.
Okay.
My friend went completely bald years ago, but he still carries a comb with him. He just can't part with it.
Hmm.
I asked a pirate what makes him the angriest. He said when someone steals his pee. Oh, I saw this, David, on a comment on something we post. I don't know where I saw it, but I saw him posting jokes.
When someone steals his pee?
Yeah, it makes him irate.
Oh, stupid.
Oh, stupid. Oh, when do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Probably doing another shush shush.
I would say my biggest weakness is listening. AJ, my wife finds her husband sipping some rum on the patio. He says, I love you so much, I have no idea what I would do without you. The wife asks, is that you talking or the rum?
He said, that's me talking to the rum.
To the rum. I was like, are you talking to the rum? Because that's probably my scenario. Oh yeah, that's the answer. That's me talking to the rum. Oh yeah, see, I've seen these jokes, David. I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. Your face.
I like that one.
So good. A truck carrying Legos overturned on the highway today. Traffic was backed up for blocks.
For blocks.
People think being a waiter isn't a respectable job, but hey, it puts food on the table. That's correct.
It's true.
That's correct. Yes.
Unless
But
you have a food runner and then you don't do shit.
yeah, if you got a food runner, listen, it's not even like not that it's not a respectable job. You're not doing a job. Like,
You're
come
not doing
on,
a job.
I'm just taking your order. Lito, what do you get when you mix snow with a vampire?
I don't know.
Frostbite.
Frostbite. I should have known that one.
That's the bottom of the jokes, guys. That's the end of the jokes. We got 2 minutes. So if we got 1 minute left. You got one more joke. We'll squish it in there. I'm gonna do business time. We don't have an episode coming out this week. We are working on the next one. I have filmed it. If you were following on the Instagram story, you already know what's going on, and you probably already know all the locations. I went and did an Atlas Obscura adventure and saw a bunch of filming locations around town, which is a lot of fun. It was fun to play the tourist. I noticed myself like actually like looking at buildings as I was driving by and like paying attention to the world, and I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm not just zoning out.
Mhm.
Tim Carter, I'm not perfect. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
My dad used to say that all the time.
How's it going?
I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
I was mistaken. I am perfect. Yeah, and that's all the business news I got for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us for the live stream. We always do enjoy it so very, very much. And yeah, that's all we got for you this week. See you guys in a week. I think I'll be here. Natalie might
I
not.
don't know what I'm doing. Who knows?
Well, okay, I'll preface with this. Natalie may not make it because her filming schedule is all over the place, but
I don't know. I think next week I am actually not available.
okay. No,
I
it's
don't remember now.
you got me, kids.
Are we in November? I don't know what day it is.
I woke up thinking we were already in November and we didn't have pictures, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, no, it's still October. We're good." It was a panic moment.
As of this calendar, I am here next week, but that doesn't, who knows if this is correct.
As of this calendar, which looks blank from my angle.
There's stuff on here. There's
I
a
know.
lot. There's things.
For whatever reason, like it's not catching up any of the details. So I was like, it's
No.
blank.
It's
All right.
not. It's definitely not blank.
Oh no, I know.
It's in pencil.
I know it's not blank. That's what made it so funny. It's like it just looks empty. Like that's not true. That's not true.
Nope.
All right, guys. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. I'm off like a fart in a windstorm. I didn't say that.